frozen Alaskan wilderness stretched before me as Chris McCandless. I trudged through ankle-deep snow when the abandoned bus suddenly loomed into view. Its rusted metal panels gleamed coldly under the sun. Pushing open the door, I discovered a mattress, a wood stove, even a lighter resting on the cooktop. After 2 years of wandering, this felt like Eden itself, handpicked by God. I scrubbed the dust from the mattress with snow blocks. When the campfire caught, the scent of pine wrapped me in warmth. No ringing phones here, no father condescending gaze. Even time itself seemed to grow lazy, yet curled in my sleeping bag, listening to the wind howl outside, I felt like a speck of dust flung into the causes, utterly free, utterly adrift. Raising my rifle to aim at the moose, I noticed the subtle swell beneath her belly. My finger froze on the tread. I had just been lining up dinner, but a life about to become a mother. I lowered the gun, watching her vanish into the pines, and suddenly remembered that summer, 2 years ago, fresh out of college, my father had slapped the keys to a new car on the table, insisting on replacing my rattletrap. Staring at the gold watch on his wrist, I felt suffocated. He could never understand. I never wanted any of it. The day I donated my $24,000 scholarship to charity, the snip of my scissors cutting up my ID card sounded like shackles breaking. When I walked out with just a canvas backpack, I didn't look back. That house full of luxuries had long been my cave. 1 month into my journey, a flash flood caught me in the desert as muddy water surged into my car. I felt an odd sense of release, ripping off the license plate and hurling it into a canyon, then setting fire to the cash in my wallet. The sting of flames licking my fingers sharpened my resolve. From now on, I was just Chris. Nobody Yin's son. My parents probably took 2 months to realize I was gone. When the police found that license plate, thinking no-eyed Jew chosen to vanish from their world, waking at dawn in my simple tent, I could watch the sunrise, feeling old arguments, lies, and hollow family bonds molt away like dead skin. Drivers who gave me lifts would ask where I was headed. Don't know. I'd say truth was I didn't want to know the road itself, was the answer. Pausing in the primal forest, I heard the Ursia heartbeat beneath the sighing pines, lying on a bed of moss counting clouds. It struck me, everything civilized society taught us was wrong. They said success meant mansions and luxury cars, yet here a single unbroken leaf felt more precious than diamonds. Later, catching a ride with an elderly couple in their Arvoy, Jan handed me hot coffee. I caught her husband an evasive glance, and in that instant the memory of my parents' screaming fights slammed into me. Back when I was 17, I too found my father old letters in the attic. Turned out my mother had broken up his first family. My sister and I were born before his divorce was final. The web of lies that had spun for over a decade unraveled that afternoon. Hiku refused to acknowledge his own other son, so was my very existence just a whitewashed joke? The old couple mentioned the place where wanderers like me gathered. Jan offered to sew me a deerskin hat, but I slipped away before dawn. Their kindness felt like a slowly heating pot, threatening to thaw memories. I do deliberately frozen, standing by the highway, thumbing a ride. The sun stretched my shadow long. I bit into a freshly picked apple. Its tart sweetness tasted purely of freedom.